Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. Whether you're new or returning, I'm so grateful that you're here. And if you're new here, hi, my name's Nicole. I'm your go-to girl for all things related to fashion, fitness, and of course, vintage designer handbags. Today, we're going to be talking about a super special piece in my handbag collection, and that is my vintage Dior Honeycomb handbag. The last time we talked about this bag, I think it was about a year ago. It was in my Japan designer handbag haul. So in case you missed that video, I will link it below. But today we are going to be getting into my 1-year review of this handbag. I'll be going over the pros and cons and whether or not I think this bag is still worth hunting down in 2025. Let's jump right into this review. This beauty is part of Dior's iconic Honeycomb collection, which dates back to the Marc Bohan era from the 70s to 90s. And unlike the more popular oblique monogram print or the Lady Dior collection, the Honeycomb print is a little bit more rare and understated. Marc Bohan was Dior's longest-serving creative director, holding the role from 1960 all the way to 1989. That's nearly 3 decades where he quietly shaped Dior's identity after huge personalities like Christian Dior himself and Yves Saint Laurent. Where Dior and Saint Laurent were more dramatic, Bohan's approach was refined, wearable, and definitely Parisian chic. He's often described as understated elegance, so think clean silhouettes, this incredible tailoring that flattered the body without being over the top, and a kind of quiet luxury. He was well known for emphasizing timelessness over trends, which is why many of his pieces, like this iconic Honeycomb collection, still remains relevant today. During his era, Dior became more well-known for your everyday sophistication rather than couture theatrics. He dressed royalty, so think of Princess Grace of Monaco and of course Hollywood icons. But Bohan's focus was always on making luxury practical and modern. And that's definitely the energy you see in the Honeycomb collection. So think sleek, structured lines, subtle logos, and this was definitely before logomania was everywhere. These really were pieces designed to take you from day to night without screaming for attention. It's very Bohan, luxury that whispers but doesn't shout. The bag features the Dior Honeycomb monogram canvas, and there are quite a few variations to this collection. This includes multiple crossbody options, a dark brown version, as well as multiple variations to the chain shoulder bag. The one that I have in my personal collection is the chain shoulder bag. This is beige and brown with a calfskin leather trim and a gold tone hardware. Mine does have a chain link shoulder strap as well as a snap closure at the front. And on the inside, you actually have 2 larger pockets and then 1 smaller pocket in the middle. The smaller pocket in the middle is perfect for your lip glosses, keys, cards, or any small items really. So it's simple but very chic. The honeycomb pattern body is going to be a coated canvas. This is very similar to LV's monogram print, and that's why it has that slight sheen and structured feel. The trims, flap, and even on certain handbags, the strap, are usually calfskin leather, adding that additional reinforcement and luxury touch. The hardware on these bags is typically a gold tone metal. Now let's discuss the weight of the bag because this is a very lightweight bag. My version is about 434 grams with the chain, and about 375 grams when I attempted to weigh it without the chain. At about 434 grams, that is about the same weight as a soda can. And without the chain at 375 grams, that's closer to a small smartphone or 2 regular iPhones stacked together. When I first got it, I was surprised by how lightweight it was. The coated canvas keeps it super light, which honestly threw me off at first because I just expected a heavier, more luxury feeling bag. But remember, this is going to be more similar to Louis Vuitton canvas, which is also extremely lightweight. But now a year later, honestly, it being lightweight is one of the many reasons that I love this bag so much. Now let's go over authenticity and what to look for. Because this bag is vintage and not really well known, it can be really difficult to find information about this bag online. First off, you want to make sure that the stitching is tight, straight, and evenly spaced, with no loose threads or fraying. The thread color should blend seamlessly with the material, reflecting the precise craftsmanship often associated with Dior. Second off, even though it's vintage, the branding on this bag should be crisp and clean. With the logo perfectly spaced and aligned, the embossing should be deep and sharp and consistent. And when in doubt, always get your bags authenticated by an independent and third party. Let's go over practical use because I wore this bag so much over this last summer, especially for vacations. It's small and it packs down so easily, and best of all, it doesn't weigh down my luggage. Again, one of the many reasons why I love the fact that it's lightweight. It's also perfect for traveling because this Dior logo isn't loud. If you know, you know, but it doesn't scream the same way that a Dior saddlebag or even a Lady Dior might. And it's not as in your face or well known as the Dior oblique print either. I felt super comfortable taking this abroad, and it went with everything from a dress to shorts. This particular version can be worn 3 ways. So first way is as a clutch, second way is as a shoulder bag, and third way is as a crossbody. I do wear this most as a shoulder bag, but I absolutely love packing this for vacations because of the fact that I can wear it 3 different ways. While I can wear it as a crossbody, and I do appreciate that option, it does sit pretty high on me. So if you look, it does sit right at my rib. I personally like to have my crossbody sit a little bit lower, and I am someone who is very petite. I am 5'1" with a short torso for reference. So if you're taller or if you have a long torso, wearing this version as a crossbody might not work for you, and I would definitely recommend looking into the crossbody versions that this bag comes in. As for what fits inside, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it fits the essentials. So I personally don't like to put anything in this top pocket right here. I just fear of things spilling out. But in these pockets right here, I can go ahead and fit a card holder. And if you look, my card holder is pretty thick since I keep coins in here. I can also fit some keys. I keep my lip glosses here in the middle pocket, and then my iPhone will fit in this pocket right here. And I personally think once this is filled up, it actually looks better. I think when it's not stuffed or when there's not stuff inside is kind of when it starts to look like an envelope. So once again, it fits the essentials, which is totally fine for me. I'm someone that doesn't carry a whole ton of stuff, and if I do, I would rather just wear a tote. Plus, when I'm traveling, I don't really like to be walking around with a lot of stuff anyway. So again, perfect size for me, especially as a travel bag. As for the pros and cons, let's go ahead and start with the pros. One of the pros is that it's lightweight and great for travel. Another pro is this unique Dior pattern. Especially as a handbag collector, I love the fact that not everybody has this one. Since the bag is neutral, it is incredibly easy to style. Another thing that I love is the vintage pricing. You can find these for a steal, even ones that are still in great condition. The coated canvas makes it repellent towards stains, and it's not a handbag that you have to baby. Really, the only thing that you need to look out for on this bag is the calfskin leather trim. One of the cons is that it's not the most structured, so it can feel a little bit more flimsy, especially compared to modern Dior. Another con is it's definitely a smaller capacity, so as I mentioned, it fits the essentials. I can fit my card holder, keys, some lip glosses, and iPhone. But I unfortunately can't fit a pair of sunglasses, which when I'm traveling is a con for me. And lastly, it is harder to find information on this one, especially when it comes to authenticity. This bag is a lot less documented, especially in comparison to the more popular handbags. Now let's talk about style and longevity. I style this as a neutral shoulder bag, and it works from day to night. Even though it's vintage, the honeycomb print is super timeless. Exactly what Bohan intended. And since it's coated canvas, it's super durable, especially for its age. I don't have to baby this one as much as my other leather bags. I can take it with me anywhere I travel and really not have to worry. All right, let's wrap it up with some final thoughts. So after 1 year, do I think the Dior Honeycomb is worth it? For me, yes. Not only do I love this bag as a handbag collector, but it's also one of my favorite bags to source and sell as a vintage designer reseller. It's affordable for Dior, unique, and super practical. I love this bag because, for example, I'm in my mid-30s, absolutely love this one. My mom, who's in her 70s, would also wear this bag. Yet I could also see myself passing it down to one of my little cousins who's 18. I could give this to her, and even if she's a college student, because it's so durable, I wouldn't have to worry about her totally wrecking the bag. So again, I absolutely love it. I think whether you're a seasoned collector or whether it's your first designer handbag, this one will stand the test of time, and it's seriously such an understated gem. I really would not be opposed to adding another one in my collection. I would love either a dark brown version or the crossbody version. I think that would be especially perfect for travel. All right, you guys, that's going to wrap it up for my 1 year review on my vintage Dior Honeycomb handbag. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, do you guys want me to review more vintage Dior handbag styles? Or would you rather see my vintage Dior handbag collection? I look forward to hearing from you, and if you need something else to watch, I've included a few more luxury handbag reviews for you. Until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day wherever in the world you are, and I will see you next Friday. Bye, besties. Okay, my cats are from the streets. I'm gonna take the cats out of the streets, but can't take the streets out of the cats. Okay, well,